The holiday events are here, including the new Jingle Bells Wintry Days Bundle. In this video, we're going to max purchase, or at least get to the $100 tier of the bundle to help evaluate it compared to all of the other things you can get in Rise of Kingdoms. So stick around for a breakdown as to whether or not we think the Jingle Bells Wintry Days Bundle is worth it. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, a sponsored content creator for Rise of Kingdoms, and today we're covering this new bundle and helping evaluate whether it's worth your precious bucks. If you like Rise of Kingdoms guides that help you get value and smash your enemies, consider smashing that subscribe button for daily Rise of Kingdoms videos. These holiday bundles are generally pretty good value, and my spending on holiday bundles is actually one of the things I've spent the most on in Rise of Kingdoms over the course of the last year. We covered that in depth in a video earlier today where we broke down our spend, all $39,000 worth of spend we've done over the last couple of years. I'll have a card up in the top if you want to see that at the end of this video. But now we need to evaluate this Wintry Days bundle. First and foremost, I like that the resources are pick one. You'd be surprised what you end up needing one day. Always go through your pick one resource chests as the final mechanism or way to get your resources. This is the most flexible thing you have, so save these until you absolutely need to use them. I also like that the speedups are universal. In the lowest tier of this bundle, you get some amount of the premium tier of currency for the holiday events, which you can use to either get a city skin, or you can use to go and get legendary commander sculptures. Excess could be used for gold stars, and there is a more common currency that I think most people are going to have no problem getting more than enough of, which is the snowman. Of course, there is also a pretty sassy cosmetic that'll make your character look really blingin' and stylish. So let's go in and purchase this bundle and see what we think. Okay, now that the $5 tier is in, we see at the $10 tier, there are more speed ups, more of the balloons and snowmen, and also the name plaque, which I thought was fine. It looks fine. Let's purchase this as well to see what's at the $20 tier. Here we are now at the $20 tier. There is a new item, no cosmetics, but there is wrapping paper, the ability to give a gift to someone from your alliance that is going to use one of your marches to go and send it to their city, and then it's got to walk back from their city to yours. Everything else in the bundle looks like it's ramping up like we might expect. Let's pick up this $20 tier of the bundle. Okay, $20 tier of the bundle is in. Here's what's at the $50 tier, and it does look like we get one more wrapping paper. I'm going to pick up the $50 tier of this bundle so we can see what is contained in the $100 tier. Boom, purchase is successful. Now, this is a bundle, curiously enough, that for the state of my account with Max Technology, I'm more interested in equipment than I am in training more troops. Not that troops aren't good, but man, equipment is just so important. So for me, this is a bundle that I think is pretty solid overall in terms of value, but not the thing I need for my account. But for pretty much most players, except the mega whales in the game, this is going to be a pretty good buy, and a lot of the mega whales, I suppose they'll go and buy this anyways. Let's snap my fingers, do all the math, and put that up on the screen for you and compare to other bundles you could consider purchasing. Well, my friends, strangely enough, this year's bundle is a little bit more frigid than last year's. There are fewer speed ups by a grand total of about 7 or 6.5 days if you were to max purchase. And this is a bundle you can purchase at the $100 tier 3 times. So there are less speed ups to be had in this bundle. And I guess that's to account for the fact that maybe you get this wrapping paper. Hopefully somebody sends you something nice with the wrapping paper. You can get 3 blue chests per wrapping, which is really nice. So you could get some pretty decent stuff if somebody decides to send you the good stuff. Hopefully someone sends you something real nice, myself included. I'll take those blue chests, please. But with that said, there is also a recharge event. And on the topic of blue chests, blue equipment crates, the recharge event has slightly changed. The rewards are slightly different. Instead of having emojis, they've gone in and they've given material chests. And I'm not going to lie, the material chests are way more practical and way less fun. I mean, I don't really need more emojis, I'll be honest. And for a time, I was collecting and everybody was collecting. But now, who doesn't have enough emojis floating around, you know? I guess just folks that are newer to the game. And I get there's plenty of ways to get emojis, though, these days. So The rewards are mostly the same. Last time around, we saw 5 legendary weapon fragments at this tier. I was really hoping we would see that again. We don't. Bummer. There are, however, equipment material choice chests at the top tier of this bundle as well. And when I say bundle, what I actually mean is that in order to unlock your recharge rewards on 5 different days, you need to purchase bundles that have a grand total of 2,500 raw gems. If you go over, it doesn't carry to the next day. It's 5 different days buying bundles that have raw gems of 2,500. And for those of you that are newer to this, one thing I really like to do is the 30-day gem supply to work on that. That gives you 2,200 raw gems and is a really great example to talk about for this particular event, the recharge rewards, because the gems that you get from this every day do not count toward recharge rewards. Writer of History, for example, it's got gem tokens, not going to count toward your recharge rewards. So it has to be raw gems, as listed here, 2,200 of them. And you could round that out with a daily special offer as well if you wanted or were so inclined to get that 2,500 spend in a single day of gems. With that said, I personally will be re-upping my 7-day material supply, and I wouldn't recommend that you go in the Wintry Days Bundle like I did, buying it all at once. You really want to spread that out over the recharge rewards days. For lower spenders in the game, this is the time where you do your spending. And I've talked about this in several videos where, you know, if you're going to spend $100 or $50 or even $20 over the course of the month, this is the event when you want to be spending that, because you get honestly like a bundle's worth of extra good stuff every time you go in and you make these purchases. I mean, 10 legendary commander sculptures, that's like a Writer of History's worth. So I like this as the time to go and spend if you are spending. But I feel also obligated to say, and this is not just a thing that I say, I really mean this, that although I'm not a financial advisor, saving for retirement and planning for your future and your family, and also having an emergency fund, not being in credit card debt, these are all things that are likely to bring you a lot of happiness and security and joy. Disposable income is when we spend, or what you spend with, in Rise of Kingdoms. So keep that in mind. That's just my 2 cents there. So although I am spending, make your own choices, people. Looking in on the holiday calendar, we have seen a couple new events hit the calendar. At least for my kingdom, we've got Ceroli Assault, and then everybody should be getting Zenith of Power in about 2 days. This is the major power gain event. Weirdly enough, I went to my Kingdom 2 account, and what do you know, Zenith of Power is already there. So we can actually show you the rewards for Zenith of Power by gaining 1,000,000 power. You will gain 5 legendary commander sculptures, as well as a token amount of speed ups and a few gold stars along the way. This is a ranked event battling against everyone that is in your continent. So it's very difficult. You're up against 7 other kingdoms, really 8 if you include everyone in your own kingdom, and you should. And the rewards are, however, very strong. In first place, you're getting 20 legendary commander sculptures, 10 legendary material choice chests, some gems as well. But the most important thing is the legendary city skin that has 10% defense. Cruising through the remainder of the rewards, you do need to place in the top 10 to get the legendary city skin, and that really is the chase item. All these other items are fine, but honestly sort of almost irrelevant. The thing you're hunting for if you are going in for this event is to land in that top 10, and anything short of that, and perhaps you should have waited for the next Zenith of Power. This is arguably one of the more stressful events that I've ever tried to win in Rise of Kingdoms, so just keep that in mind if this is something that you're going to go for. Oh, and P.S. there is one, I think, new rule here, which is that in the event of a tie, the winner is decided by who reached the number of points first. Savage. May the odds be in your favor, and off to the races, baby. Ceroli Assault also is here in Kingdom 2. We've seen how this event works previously, so if it's coming to your kingdom in a couple days, which it probably will be if we're seeing it over here, you'll see that in your calendar. However, the way that these Ceroli Assaults work is that you've got horns up in the top. When you successfully complete a challenge, you will use up some of those horns. It takes 30 every time you're going to do this. And when you do that, based on the level of difficulty that you do, you're going to get some number of tickets that you can redeem over here in a special chest. You use those tickets to get different rewards, pulling randomly from the entire collection of rewards in this chest. And once you have depleted the core rewards, which are up in the top, you will have the option to replace it with a new chest that has more rewards in it. You always want to do that to get the additional core rewards, which are way better. So that is the strategy for this, and it does look this time it is epic archer equipment that we'll see when it arrives in your kingdom, which is exciting if you're into those archers. And hey, Cyrus is here now. Nebuchadnezzar is nearly here based on what kingdom you're in. The mightiest governor is going to determine that, and the same is true of, this Wheel of Fortune. We can do the free spin here and just see what we get on my Kingdom 2 account. Universal Legendary Commander Sculpture. And we can do the 50% off spin, because why the heck not? 2 gold stars. Okay. Could be better. Could be worse. But we'll be doing more spins in the Wheel of Fortune live in a stream very, very soon. Be on the lookout for that. Join my Discord, discord.gg/Chisgule. For more information, the link is in the description of every one of my videos. And in addition, if you're wondering where you should spend that premium currency, I now have a whole bunch of it. I do generally like to go all in on the legendary commander sculptures. That to me seems really good. I'll pick up every single one of those, slam dunk. The city skin is also pretty compelling. I don't like the 7-day option. I always go for the permanent one. And we did review the Golden Sled Cottage in a previous video. However, to just go and get a quick look at that, I do think it is a pretty solid skin. Scrolling all the way down here, the Golden Sled Cottage gives you 5% cavalry health at the cost of 5% archer health. I mean, if you're into calves, that's amazing. If you're going to rally calves, that's really good as well. So it's a skin that I think is really great. And if we go and we just switch up the avatar frame and the name plaque that we just picked up, here we are. The Santa Claus, that actually looks better than I remembered. The Santa Claus name plaque over there, and then the avatar frame. The avatar frame, we're going to have to go and get a slightly differently sized version of our picture to put in there. And that's going to look pretty freaking solid with that hat on. If you're wondering how to conquer all of these different holiday events, including the treasure hunt, which is pretty straightforward, you go and you collect map fragments, you combine them. That's going to reveal a physical position on the map. You go look there, and there'll be a weird looking purple thing. You go scout it, and you get rewards. It's pretty straightforward. You can even exchange different fragments if for some reason you're low on one and have too many of a different type. So that's a pretty nice way to get some extra rewards. And I have a video detailing every one of these events and all of our guidance, how to smash these as a free-to-play in the card up in the top. I'd recommend you check that out after this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the brand new bundle and these holiday events. I'll be pretty curious to hear it. And until next time, my friends, you have fun smashing the kingdom.